Welcome, welcome. You've tuned into the right place. I have shaved my beard. Oh, I got my other site on. Hang on 1 second. All right, guys. It's March 28th. Welcome to Anything is Possible. Tuesday tips. I lost track of how many we're at. It's a lot. I'm still itching my beard that's not here. It's still itchy though. We're going to talk mainly about trout fishing tonight. Hey, Chrissy. Chrissy said Ohio does. I put out this. I pinned up a comment on Pennsylvania stocking schedule. Really helpful site. Chrissy said Ohio does the same thing. It's a really help. People are asking, "Oh, where should I fish?" There's not much point in asking other people where they fish for trout. Just go on the site. Gives you the dates. Once the season starts, it gives you all the in-season stocking dates. So just go where they stocked last, and you can click on the map, and it literally takes you right to the highest spot where they stocked on the creek and a spot they stocked on the lowest part of the creek. And then just start, do your thing, walk around. You know what? If you learn, and I can talk about it tonight, the trout are always going to be pretty much the same spots, in those, pools or the runs. You can kind of, look at a creek and knock out, like say 80% of the water is not going to hold trout, so that's part of it. 351's in the house. What's going on, guys? What are y'all up to? What is going on? Got some cranberry juice. I'm tired tonight. I'm going to wake up, but I'm a little tired. I don't know why. I've just been drained lately. We just got done the 10-week fishing challenge, Sunfish King Winter League. I'm not sure of the final results. They haven't been announced yet. Technically, I think it ended last night, but we ended Sunday morning, and Kevin made a big run at me, and he may have gotten me actually at the end, and it was not planned. We just kind of were killing some time, went out to just a spot we had caught a ton of fish early on in, and then we just kept catching the same species, and he picked up 3 different species that night that he didn't have. So it was kind of a shocker. I couldn't believe it. And I didn't catch any. Usually everything in the tournament so far that we've done, I've caught the same species, and then he's caught the same species because we just use the same setup. And then once I see him, whether we're competing against each other or not, I'm always like, hey, get over here, fish this spot. So he was killing me that night. And we were supposed to take fly rods, and I forgot my fly rod. Like I said, I've been so tired. I left my fly rod at home. So I ended up using, he had his fly rod. We weren't catching nothing. So I said, just take my rod. And I had the fly rod, and we got to a spot where I couldn't use the fly rod at all. So I just sat there, and then he proceeded to kick my butt for the next hour. What's up? Tim Likes to Fish is in the house. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna give some information on trout fishing. I think I've put this out there a couple places, but for Pennsylvania, opening day of trout is this coming Saturday. So it's timely information, at least for locals. I know Jersey started maybe a week earlier. So they're stocking all the streams right now. And this is really information for stock trout, not wild browns or anything like that. I would not approach them the same way at all. But for stockies, we're going to kind of address stockies tonight. Like I said, as far as, big thing you have to know about stockies is where they are, location. So look for your websites and find out where they're actually stocking. A lot of times they have these like signs up that says where they're stocked. Look right for where the signs are. That's going to give you the pools. Know that everyone and their uncle is going to be there. So if you're going to get to a spot, another secret fishing tip is to get there early before everyone else. In Pennsylvania, it opens at 8 o'clock. Jeff Beal, it's gone. It's like hockey. Once you win the Stanley Cup, you shave it off. I have never caught a fish. I have tried, just haven't had any luck. I think that's a lie, Chrissy. That seems like a lie. I think you've caught lots of fish. Aiden's in the house. Yeah. I put it out there in the first couple of minutes. I want to make sure everybody knew they were in the right place. Um, I shaved my beard. I always shave in the spring. I grow it out every fall. And then at some point, when I start seeing 70 degrees in the forecast, I shave. Dink over stink. What's going on? Welcome. Thanks for coming in, guys. Trying to wake up. Exhausted. Last weekend, I know Aiden was out, but in Pennsylvania, we had Mentor Day, which is a youth fishing day. Only kids can fish. Well, adults can technically fish if they're with the child, but it's really dedicated for the kids. Only the kids can keep fish. What's up, Squirrel? Thanks for coming in. So we went out there and we take it serious because it's literally Kevin's favorite day of the year. It's like Christmas. We got out there early, got the exact spot we wanted, and knocked them silly. Catching trout all day. Lyle got into the action. So quick story. Chad said my pet fish won't recognize me. They won't. The quick story about Mentor Day I thought was cool. We went out, Kevin and Lyle, or my two boys, we went out. Travis, who might pop in, he comes into a lot of our lives. He was there with his 4 kids and his buddy who had 4 kids. So there was like 9, 10 kids in this small area. I mean, it was chaos, and fishing didn't start till 8. I even saw like he had like a baby toilet there for one of the potty trained babies. It was insane. And I wish I took a picture of the toilet. It was classic. But we were all there, and we kind of fished pretty much together. And we did really good, obviously. And Kevin caught a bunch. Lyle, I was really proud of. He doesn't fish as hardcore as Kevin and I. And he caught his first trout with his own cast on an artificial. And he was catching them on trout magnet. And I think he caught one on a Joe's Fly spinner as well. And then after a while, Lyle was ready to leave. So Lyle and my wife left. For whatever reason, I don't know what transpired, but he was a little upset. And he wanted to do more fishing. I don't know why or what happened. I'm not going to get into the details. So I got home to drop Kevin off because Kevin was going to go down to help the Stony Creek anglers in Norristown stock down there. And I was going to go there too, but I got home and Lyle was all upset. And I said, if you want to go fishing, hop in the car. I'll take you over right now. It was pouring rain. So we hop in the car. We go over. I'm like, we're only going to take a few more casts. And and all we had was one rod with a jerk bait on it. And he hooks up to a 17-inch Palomino or golden rainbow trout. So that was pretty awesome. That was his first ever golden rainbow trout. Biggest one that I've ever seen caught near me. And it was just epic. And he was so excited. And so we got all the measurements and the pictures and let him go. But we'll have to take some, we want to get him mounted someday and get a replica mount. I saw Josh popped in here from Carp and Catfish Tips and Tricks. Thanks for coming in. Josh said, you look like me when I shaved my head and beard on stream. I thought about doing it like live, but I started shaving it off. And I knew from last couple times I shave it off and I look so weird. And I don't know what happens. And then 12 hours later, I'm like, oh, okay. But the first time I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh, I made a huge mistake. Squirrel's here. I think I said hi. Sorry if I missed you. Aiden said I did all right Mentor Day. If I went to Skipback first, I would have done so much better. French Creek in the AM wasn't great. Yeah, some bodies of water are like that. It's a lot of luck. So let's see. Am I caught up? Nope, I'm not caught up. Jeff Beal got stuck at work. Rough. That's right. Yeah. I told you, Jeff, that we weren't going to go down. And then Kevin decided he did want to go down after he fished a little bit in the morning. And we went down and we did a couple. I think we put out a short already on it. My mind is so shut. I'm tired. I feel like it's Friday. It's only Tuesday. Oh my God, it's only Tuesday. So we went down and we stocked, I don't know, like 5 hours of running around, running buckets all over the place. And then immediately when we got done, we had like an hour of daylight left. So then we went and we fished and caught a whole bunch more that night. And we got a lot of good material coming out on week 10 of the last episode for the Sunfish King tournament for our channel. Aiden said, I'm going to go to Stony Creek, check it out. I think it'll be deciding factor if I go out opening day or not. Yeah, Aiden, the state stocked it, and then, we stocked it with the anglers. So it'll be busy. You know how it is down there, but there's a lot of trout. You can watch our video come out Friday. We'll have a lot of the catches on there, and you can see where we were at. But all the normal holes, we put a lot in there. And honestly, we got tired and we dumped a lot more probably than we should have in some of the spots. Yeah, Josh, I walked out this morning and my face just was felt like the air was just punching it. Yeah, it feels weird for sure. So for trout, I threw some of my stuff here. I use like 5.5 foot, I guess this is. Pretty light, let me show you the bend. Pretty light, nothing crazy. My favorite way to fish is to jig for trout. I like a trout magnet. So I don't like a super flimsy tip. I like a little something there because I feel like it gives better action. But you can go ultralight, and I try to go ultralight on the line. I do 4-pound fluorocarbon tops, and this is what I use. I'll do 4, and if I'm fishing a lake, I'll go down to 2 or 1.5. But 4 is pretty much all I can even see. Anything less than that is so hard for me to see. It's not worth it. For hooks, you can see the hook setup. I don't like the hooks you buy that have the leader on it, because you're putting all this money in the great line and then you're running like whatever that thing is, a 20-pound leader. So I'll just go out and I'll buy like the little packs of bait holder hooks. And this would be for if I'm putting like trout like power bait. I do power bait eggs, something like these. With like a worm or something. That's what I'll especially rig for Lyle and let that one sit there. Or if they're really biting actively, I'll let it drift and then just put just enough weight to get it down so it bounces along the bottom. Or if you're in a lake, then I might put like a slipped or like an egg sinker where the line can kind of go through it, kind of like you would for carp sometimes, but ultra light, just enough to cast it out to where you need to get, you got to be able to feel that subtle take that trout will sometimes do in lakes. What did Aiden say? They stocked the pond I told you about in the past too. I've been fishing that because technically it isn't a PA stream or whatever. Somehow some of the trout made their way into the little creek next to the pond. Yep. Yep. Did you help with that one, Jeff? I think that was another Stony Creek angler one. Yeah, I went by the local lake by us and it was packed. even Skipback was packed the one day. I was talking to the other Aiden that's in the Stony Creek Anglers, and we were talking about buying the Ranger a beer because I drove by 2 different times in the same day. Both times he had a bunch of angry fishermen at his Jeeps. He was kicking them out. So it was good for him because I've been kind of giving some of the Rangers a little lip lately online about not enforcing some of the rules or unfairly enforcing the rules, not going after people that are obviously there breaking the laws and then going up and asking licenses for us constantly, which it's fine. But, obviously there's people there that have buckets full of fish and they don't even talk to them. So I don't like hypocrisy in any walk of life. Let's see. I know what pond you're talking about, Aiden. Yep, I saw it on the Stony Creek list. Yep. Yeah, yeah. So you're fishing with stocked trout, and like people are like, "Oh, it's the easiest way to fish trout, and it's so easy." And it sometimes is, but man, it can be frustrating when they're not biting. It's really frustrating when they're not biting, especially if you can just see them. And that's honestly like Mentor Day was that way for us. We started out with power bait and a worm, thinking the easiest way to catch them. We didn't catch a single thing on that. We switched to the trout magnets next, and Kevin flipped right to a spinner and was like hauling them in pretty good. Then we went to the fly rod and we're catching them good on the fly rod, but they didn't want live bait at all. And I think it was because they weren't looking at the bottom and we probably had it down too far. We needed it up in the water column a little bit more. Let's see, what do we got going on? Somebody else popped in. Fishing with Tom. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate it. So yeah, what do you guys you guys all know where you're going if you're trout fishing? Nets, good morning. Nets blog, it's morning time over there. It's about 7 o'clock at night here in the US. Yeah, Aiden said he catches most of his trout on a pink and natural color power worm. So power worm is like, these are technically mouse tails, but they're really similar. And I'll just rip the heads off of mouse tails too and fish them just like a power worm. I rig them on a trout magnet. Do you put them, Aiden, do you put them on a trout magnet hook, or do you put them on like a regular J hook? One of the other local guys was killing the trout on trout magnet, putting it under one of the little power or trout magnet floats. And that's either hit or miss, depending on the body of water. Did not work for us this weekend, but our 100th episode, which was opening day of last year, we did a whole thing on trout magnet with these floats, and Kevin was killing them up in Little Oil Sock at Pocono Mountains. Aiden said he puts them on trout magnet. Yeah, since they float. Right. So yeah, those power bait worms will kind of float on you. So the trout magnet head gets it down, and then that little tail kind of flutters up, and you just jerk it along. And man, that reaction is what gets the strikes. Let me show you the spinners. If you guys want to see any of the lures, or in particular, I might mention something and assume you know what it is or whatever. Just type something in the text box and I'll show it off. But I think I might have lost my last trout magnet. It reminds me I got to get to the store. Let me see if I can find any. I know I've showed you guys, probably all seen one before. It's a little tiny jig head, and then you just put these little worm bodies on it with a little split tail, and that action is deadly. Spinners, I always run, little MEPS, zero MEP spinners, Joe's flies, things like that work really good for me. Yeah, you were telling me you didn't see many Goldens. Yeah, they don't stock the state doesn't stock too many Goldens, not at all. And something I thought was pretty cool that I learned about the Goldens that the state stocks is they're gold, they're rainbow trout, and they're gold because they feed them a steady diet of shrimp, just like flamingos, and they get their color from their diet. That's it. It's not a genetic thing. It's the same exact species. I checked into it because I was like, oh, I wonder if that's another species for the contest. It was not. So that I thought was pretty cool. I mean, they're a bright, like, almost a pinkish color gold. I'll try to show you a picture. We didn't get great pics because, again, we were releasing this one. So let's see if I can find the picture for you guys. that's a horrible picture. It looks deformed there, but it's not. Trust me, it's not. And it's 17 inches, and I know it's not going to do it justice. It was a big male, had the big kype on the front. It was a really cool looking fish. I think I might have, no, actually, I didn't even get it on the GoPro because I wasn't planning on going back and the battery was dead. So I just grabbed my camera and went. Of course, that's when we caught it. Yeah, Curly. Curly Express is in. Thanks for coming, Dwight. Rob couldn't make it. I'm his twin brother, his younger, more handsome brother. Net, I use this type of net with the soft bottom. That's pretty much my approach. So I'm going to drop the link. That's really all I wanted to cover. I just wanted to do a quick refresher. I know a few young folks who can't post on YouTube do watch our videos. So I wanted to kind of go over what I do. And then they, if they follow me on like Fishbrain or Instagram or Facebook, they can hit me up and I'll be more than glad to share all the tips with me. Share all the tips with you. I told you I'm tired. Let me get the link. Let's get the link. Where is the link? Invite people. I'm going to put the link out there in a second. If anybody wants to pop up, say hi and chat, you are welcome to do so. Just want to be able to see your face in the basement when you come up so that I know who you are and you're not fraudulent or anything like that. And we are a kid-friendly channel, so watch the language, the alcohol, the smoking. Really don't want any of that stuff on our channel. Let's see here. All right, I linked it there. Just give me another second. I got to go over to the other side of the world here and pin it up. Replace pin. All right, I pinned it up at the top now, so I think I did anyway. So it's up top. If anybody wants to come out, hang out and chat, feel free to ask questions. If you want to share your channels out, I have no problem with that. More than welcome to do that. Aiden said my friend got a pretty ugly golden mentor day. Was short and stocky and had a nasty kype. I think the kypes are awesome. And this was and I'm going to find a better angle on these pictures because I did take a bunch of them. And some of them were like blurry, but I just have to add it. I'll find it. It was a beautiful fish. It really was. Even the kype was just awesome looking. A kype, for anyone watching doesn't know, is like is the jaw on a male where it hooks up. Kind of when you look at salmon pictures, that's kind of that image of the big male gets that. The more closer to the headwaters when they're spawning, the bigger the kype gets. Now, these fish are not going up the headwaters. They don't die, after they spawn, so they don't go through the same discoloration and all. But somewhat the coloring does change, and you get that huge hook jaw that they defend the nests or the reeds with. So that part's the same. Let's see. 60 horsepower, Jeff. Holy cow, man. That's awesome. That'll be moving that. That will move that 16-footer around. I thought I was bad getting a 35 for mine. That's holy cow, man. But I saw something about chubs. Chubs and suckers. Yep. Yeah, you're looking for bait. Yeah, I will. I'll keep you in mind. We are excited to be done with the Sunfish King Fishing League, and we can just kind of get back to fishing for fun and relax a little bit. We're very competitive, and we got swept up in that big time. And I don't want to say that we won and what places and all because it is subject to change. And I don't want anyone to be like, if it's subject to change and Kieran Sunfish King had to like change anything because mistakes are made. I don't want anyone to be like, I thought Rob won or I thought Kevin won. I don't want any of that stuff. But as the results were the previous week, we should have finished 1-2. But I really don't know who got first and who got second. I had like a 3-fish gap, and I think we uploaded 4 species for Kevin and 1 for me. So we might be tied, and he could even have the lead. He could have won. But if we're tied, it's going to come down to size, and I know I got him on size, so we'll see. Aiden said we have a 17-foot Ranger with a 150. Holy cow. Nice. Ranger Walleye Tournament Series. Jeff Beal said he's going to a conference tomorrow with his boss. We're trying to get a grant to get money for street paving throughout the municipality of Norristown. Good luck, man. Good luck there. Norristown needs all the help it can get. That's right. That's my hometown, by the way. Anyone doesn't know, I'm born and raised in New York, in Norristown, Pennsylvania. That was my old stomping grounds. Yeah, Aiden, I was going to say, I think that's the boat you had out on the lake. It looks pretty snazzy, man. Looked a little cold, though. Looked a little chilly out there. Aiden was out fishing up at Beltsville Lake, and it was a cold morning, below freezing. We were trying to catch, I think we were up there trying to target stripers for the competition. So Kevin was sick. He had a sprained knee that day. So we set up a hunting tent and had the heater running in it, and we were just chilling, watching poles all day. Yeah, I haven't fished the Schuylkill River by boat in ages. We used to fish the Schuylkill River, trying to think, down in Norristown, I forget, in Valley Forge Park. I think we used to get on there. What the heck was the name of that spot? And run all the way, south a few miles down into like the first dam you come to. We always caught tons of bass in there back then. It was nasty in like the 90s. The water was a little dirtier than it is now, but we caught tons of good smallies and largemouth back then. Yep. As far as business for the channel, doing really good. We got a lot of new subs coming through with these shorts. We're posting a lot of shorts. We're trying not to make them gimmicky or anything. We're just trying to share little pieces that we might otherwise not share in long format. And so we've been throwing those out there. And maybe it gets, the problem with YouTube, or one of the challenges with YouTube, is you get it served up in your feed, right? Like you go in and you're busy. Everyone's busy. They're not like they're going to go look for stuff. It comes up and they just scroll, like the kids say, scroll to the left or scroll to the right or whatever it is. So it's got to be, up there. So the more you learn about algorithms and, you kind of have to play the game a little bit, at least to get your channel on the menu. So we're putting out shorts. But like I said, we're not doing anything gimmicky or too gimmicky anyway. I try to keep it fun and do short, 1-minute videos. But we're up to 647 subscribers. So yeah, if you're not already subbed and you're here, please go ahead and subscribe if you like fishing content. It's pretty much all we do is fishing. We do raise chickens. We've got turtles, we've got fish, we've got cats, we grow plants. We do go out and forage. So we'll do a little bit of that, but we're going to try to keep it a fishing channel as much as a fishing, if we're foraging for mushrooms, it's on the way to a trout spot or something. We won't get, you won't be logging on and seeing like nothing but chickens. But we will try to keep everybody, up to date on our little farm going on here. BC is asking, did you slay any fish today? I don't know if you're talking to us, but where I am, you can't fish right now. Opening day is this coming Saturday, so no fishing for trout around here. And I didn't fish today at all. The 10-day fishing league, 10-week fishing league just ended, so we're kind of just chilling. Getting our stuff ready for opening day trout. That's all we're doing. I've been working. If you guys have channels and you've noticed me not being around, it's nothing intentional. It's nothing about your channel. I've just been swamped. I've been working home since COVID, and we just started going back 2 days a week. And with the economy and my job, with what I do in financials, research, it's horrible. And so I'm so busy right now, and just don't have the time I had. I'm hoping it slows down soon, but I don't think it's going to. I think we're in a bad cycle here. DD Official, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. BC Gerbs in the house. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Is that right, Gerbs? Need to learn that. Or is that another way of saying herbs? Whoops. If I just hid your comment, I'm sorry. I clicked on something by accident. Aiden said, do you think opening day will be as crowded as usual with the nasty weather? I thought it was supposed to be nice. I don't know. I don't plan too far ahead, Aiden. My life is chaos. I walk home and I get in the door and it's just chaos every day, which is why I have 12 rods in my car at any time. And we know, I've got spot and I got backup spots. Anytime I pick a fishing spot, I've got like 3 backups. So it doesn't bother me. I'll get there before everyone else. We'll be there camping, cooking. Adventures of the Philippine American couple. Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you visiting. A lot of good channels in here. Appreciate the support. All right, BC Gerbs. Thank you. I hate saying names because I'm always afraid I'm pronouncing them wrong. So I end up just not saying them sometimes, but trying to get out of that habit. All right, Aiden, man, I got to go look at the forecast. I heard 70 and sunny. What are we talking about? Hold on. Man, the worst, yeah, I would love to be a horrible weather. Love it. Mentor Day was that way. It got pretty busy, and then the weather turned horrible and everybody left. And that's when we started really nailing them. What the heck? Where did that come from? Yeah, you're right. It's going to be horrible. We're stuck in that pattern. What's going on, Jerry? What's going on? Boxcar Jerry's in. I was just looking at a video that I was shooting, Jerry, of this last video with your catch and cook segment that you requested. Pretty funny. It's pretty funny. You are literally in the background on my video on your live complaining about me and something I asked you. It's pretty funny. I'll show it to you before I post it to make sure I can post it. I don't want to get your channel or my channel in trouble, but it's pretty cool. I got a smoke. I've got 2 of the trout we kept to smoke, and the other 2 we did fillets on. So I got to smoke. I have them dry brining. I'm going to smoke them up tonight, and then I'm going to take the meat, debone it, and I'm going to probably freeze it and keep doing that till we have piles of it. And then I'm going to make trout patties and trout fish sticks and fry them, air fry them probably, and then freeze them again. So anytime the kids want food, pop them out, microwave them, good to go. Cool. I'm going to put it in there. It's only like 10 seconds, but it's pretty funny. You're talking about my catch and cook because I'm talking about the catch and cook while I'm actually like making it. And you're right there in the background. It's pretty cool. All right. Jerry, did you get out yet for trout? Didn't you guys start a week before me? I think you guys started the week prior, but I know you're a fair weather fisherman, and we are in this cycle of like beautiful during the week, and then when us like weekend warriors get off from work, it's like monsooning, horrible every weekend. Um, yeah, Tim, it's we keep. Oh, sorry, I missed that one from Adventures of the Philippine American Couple. We're out of Pennsylvania, U.S. Right there's the PA flag. I guided for years, and we have businesses in Alaska, so that's why the Alaskan flag's there. It's like my second home, but we're in Pennsylvania, east coast of the U.S. Um, I was going to say, yeah, Tim was talking about weather. Said hopefully April weather is more like February was and not March. Yeah, I feel like some of these cold days lately have been pretty brutal after it's been so warm. And I'm afraid we're going to have this weird, weather cycle where it just feels like 3 weeks of February or maybe like 3 months of February. Trout Al, what's going on? I'm sure you got out fishing. Did you get out yet? Or you're in Are you in Pennsylvania? You're going to get out Saturday, I guess. Let's see. Here he is. I'm a little behind. I'm catching up. Boxcar Jerry's in PA. That's right. Boxcar Jerry. I always think you're in Jersey. I don't know why I always think you're on the Jersey side. You're probably close to the river, though. I'd get a license on both sides. Trout Al says Mentor Day was nasty, but it blew over real quick and had the whole place to ourselves. Yeah, the boy had it. Oh, that's right. You were taking your little dude out. Awesome, man. Yeah, that's the best, man. I mean, like my kid calls it like Christmas Day. It was so much fun, and we stocked a lot that day, and it was pouring rain, but it's great. It was warm enough where you weren't really cold, especially doing that. You were working, and just stocking into a creek where it's raining. You feel like they have a better habitat. Like they can spread out a little bit more, find holes, and not just be stuck in the first deep hole they see. So I think that itself will actually make opening day maybe a little more challenging, but better, especially for anglers who know what they're doing, because I think there's going to be more trout spread out and not just in single holes, which is great. You see a big pile of fishermen in the first hole, it may be worth going to the next one down. And that's actually my backup plan. If we don't go to the spot I'm thinking of, and we may end up going upstate, I don't know, to my parents' place, which is a pond, but we'll see. Yeah, Jerry said he's 5 minutes from the river. I thought that was about right on the, is that the Delaware or the Schuylkill? They keep dumping stuff in your river, I know. Cool. Amber Angels Truth, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Awesome. Adventures of the Philippine American Couple said, so they have a closed season for trout fishing in PA. I did not know that. For stocked trout, they have a closed season in Pennsylvania. So for streams where they're native and wild, you can fish all year. But if they're stocked by the state, that's the big rule. If they're stocked by the state, they closed, I think it was February 14th all the way up to April 1st. And that's when the stockings happen, which I like. I like giving them extra time to spread out and not be like harassed, find the holes, spread out in the rivers. But unfortunately, with the budget and whatever the state was doing, it looked like they were all delayed anyway. So whoever plans this stuff, I don't know if it worked out like they were planning. A lot of late stockings, but still, they had more time than if you were to I think last year you fished up till March 1st maybe, or mid-March. So I'm okay with that. There's plenty of other spots to fish. It does make it a little more challenging because a lot of the places we do like to fish are also stocked with trout. So we've been like limited on our choices of where to go fish. So that's a little frustrating because it does have like carp were ripping right before they closed for the season. We did a couple of lives. We caught like 9 carp that week, and they were just about to catch on fire in this one spot and closed it down because of trout. But it's probably why there's so many carp in there. They probably they seem like I don't know if they spawned that early or not, but they were up on the edge. They're doing something up there. Maybe something else is spawning in there and they're eating the fry. Not sure. Trout owls in PA. I thought you were in PA. Cool, cool, cool. I think I've seen some videos from you like upstate maybe, or maybe you're out west. Look like you're out in the sticks a little bit. Yep, sure thing. Adventures of the Philippine American couple. Fly fishing, catch and release section. Yeah, Trout Owl said you can fly fish in the fly fishing, catch and release sections and special regs. So, yes, there's places. You just have to do your research. And if you get the magazine when you buy your license, it'll break down exactly where you go. And if you see a ranger, I always just walk right up to them. If you're not sure, if you're not 100% sure if you're breaking any rules, just go right up to them, save them a trip, show them your license. That's why I always say, I'll save you a trip because they're going to come and ask everyone for their license. Let's see. So we trout fish year round on the White River in Arkansas. Okay, nice. So what type of trout are on the White River in Arkansas? Are they stock trout? Are they wild? And like, do you know what species? Are they rainbow trout? Or I don't think you'd have cutthroat. Maybe brown trout. Eco's in the house. True Eco, welcome, welcome, welcome. True Eco's got a great channel. We did a little collab together. We fished together a few weeks ago during the tournament. Yeah, Eco, I'm not sure if you recognize. I'm Bob's younger brother. He's not here. I'm the more handsome younger brother. Eco and I fished in the tournament, and Eco, I think we either I or Kevin pulled out the W. I'm not 100% sure, but I think we got the W. So I appreciate your help and assistance with that because you definitely put us on a species that at that time we could not find for whatever reason. We've caught lots of fall fish, but we could not pinpoint any at that time. And you got us on them good. And then what was funny was like the next, and actually that's the other thing I wanted to tell you, Eco. We were catching the chubs in there, right? And then I think you were with us when we were catching a couple shiners, and we're like, oh, that's a common shiner. That's a common shiner. Some of those common shiners turned out to be striped shiners. They're very similar. Sunfish King was going into specifics, and you have to look at the scales right behind their head. If they're all different sizes, they're common shiner. If they're all exactly the same size, they're striped. And there was some of each there. So we actually got 2 species that day. And thank goodness I sent both of the pictures, or else we wouldn't even known what we missed. So yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, thanks, Eco. We were pretty pumped up. We worked our butts off. Eddie Lugo Studios is in the house. Awesome. Eddie's got he's got a channel. He's doing tons of like cruises and really cool channel if you're thinking about doing cruises or you're into cruises. He does a lot of live where he's chatting with other cruise ships. And I don't know if they get deals or not, but they seem like they get groups together and they go. I've never been on one, but we're thinking about it. Eco's got a channel where he does a lot of fishing, but he also does some food reviews. He's a young guy, so if you like watching the young folks hit the trout up, he rides his bike all over these creeks, which is awesome. That's the way I grew up doing it. Chrissy, I don't know what you'd call Chrissy's channel. She's a super supportive. I call her a cat fisherman. I don't know. I think cat fisherman, but she also keeps Ernie out of trouble. Boxcar Jerry's got like a train channel. Awesome. Who else we got in here? Adventures of the Philippine American couple. I don't know if he lives in Arkansas, but I always see videos with him and his lives, and just super laid back live, which I really like. Like I get all amped up when I do these lives. And then like people like Jerry get back, just seem like they relax and they just sit there and have a good conversation. But I just feel like I'm talking into a camera sometimes. Yeah, sorry if I missed anybody to give you a shout out. And if anybody wants to come up, more than welcome. I put the link up at the top of the, yeah, let me know if you can't see the link, but I pinned it up to the top. Can't see it right now, but I think it's up there for you guys. If it's not and you want to come up, just let me know. I'll drop it again. Yeah, Truica, yeah, striped shiner. So the only difference is the scales behind the head. They're very similar species, but they are two different species. That's all that matters. I think I ended up with like 21, 22, 23 species, somewhere around there. Yeah, Jerry said he saw videos of guys catching stripers in the Navy Yard. Yep, they'll be in there. No reason they won't be. Who do we got? We got Big Lyle coming in, boy. The Golden Rainbow King. This is my older son, Lyle. He's the dude that caught the Palomino. Trout out, South Central PA. All right. I didn't get out there as much. So are you near, would that be like Lancaster area? We were out there fishing for like walleye, and on the Susquehanna, there's a huge power plant. Sus. Forget what the power plant's called. But that was cool. We had a good fishing day out there. We got into all kinds of species, and dumb luck too. We were just jigging and catching all kinds of stuff. Let's see what else we got. Chrissy fishes for any kind of fish, cook, garden, can the foods from the garden. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I love doing the gardening stuff too. But Kevin wants to do like fishing all the time. So a lot of it's that. And then Lyle does biking, mountain biking like I do. And that's his old channel is biking. And he's working on a new channel with, what's your new channel? More gaming? And yeah. He does more like gaming and stuff on there. So once it gets organized. Yeah. I think we set him up with like a kid account and then he can't really do anything. I didn't know everybody just lies about their age on social media. Let's see. I got to get caught up. South Central. The trick is not to watch your live. I try not to, Jerry. I don't know what else to look at. Like, what do you do? I don't know. Let's see. Uptown. Chrissy Brown says, hi, Lyle.
Who is he again?
Chrissy Brown. That is a woman, and she does gardening, fishing, and is married to another one of our subscribers, Ernie Brown. Ernie Brown. It is Ernie Brown. I thought I messed the name up for a second.
Hello back.
Yeah, Lyle says hello back if you didn't hear him. Tim said, I put a bunch of pike shorts out this past weekend if anyone cares to see. All right. Yes, I will try to go find those. Monday and Tuesday is always my busy day. And then I try to get caught up Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with everything. Trout Owl lives in York County, right across the bridge from Lancaster. All right. Yeah, I used to ride out that way a lot on bikes. Beautiful area. I like that area.
Lancaster?
Yep.
What's Lancaster?
You know where Lancaster is? That's where the Amish food is.
Oh, my favorite.
Yeah. Amish country, where the horse and buggies are.
I'm going back.
I knew Lyle would know it if I told him. It's where the horse and buggies are. Eddie is going to be a football player. You going to be a football player?
Probably not.
We go to the gym, and that boy can put up some weights. I thought he was fooling around on the leg press, and then I got on the leg press after him. He's definitely got some power.
Which one's the leg press again?
Leg press or the leg sled was when you laid in a position and you feel like you're blasting off.
Oh, yeah, my favorite.
Yeah. And I was a cyclist. I raced for one of my main jobs for years, and I could press. I was a skinny little biker twerp. I weighed like 124 pounds at 5'8", and one of my best friends was like a starting football player with Temple and Delaware, and he got drafted to the NFL but never played. He was like real dude, big dude, offensive lineman, and he was a personal trainer at the gym I used to go to. And I was a cyclist, and he was a football player, obviously, and a personal trainer at that point. And he would show me off to his like big muscle heads, and he would call me Stick Boy, and he'd put me on the leg sled, and he's like, "Oh, watch this," and I could like sled up 450 pounds. I could keep up with the linemen. That was like the one thing I could do really good at was weights and pull-ups maybe. But that was about it. I had no upper body strength other than like core strength. Let's see what else we got. Eco, I did hear about the river, the big spill with paint in it. Sounds like they've got it kind of under control. But that, again, that
Paint? I thought it was
chemicals made in paint that comes in paint. Yeah, there was a big spill in the Delaware River, and people were going crazy with drinking water. And
it's not $10 to drink.
yeah, a bunch of price gouging going on. But yeah, apparently the water is safe to drink up to like a certain time. People are kind of criticizing it because it like it's safe to drink till 2, but what happens at 2:01? No, and the government doesn't seem like they're communicating very well on it, but hopefully it's all good. Eco, yep, no worries, buddy.
Hi,
have a good one. Lyle says hi. J&J, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Yeah. Awesome. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. As far as what we got coming up, trout season is here. We got a lot of trout fishing coming up. But now that we can access the creeks where the trout are, we also want to get back into carp. We want to do a catch and cook on a carp. That's on our short list of things we want to do. More catch and cooks with trout as well. More camping trips with multi-species. Obviously, we're going to get into the bass. And once it warms up a little bit more, we want to go and catch. Jerry said we got an all clear alert. It's safe. Okay.
Palominos taste better than trout.
Yeah, you think?
No, they do.
Yeah, so I saw that, Jerry. I didn't see that it was gave you the all clear, but all day long it seemed like the reports that were coming in were getting better and better. I think they limited. See you, buddy. They seemed like they limited the damage and the spread. And the way that stuff works is like my wife's into the like water quality stuff. That's what she does for a living. Once there's like a threat to the water, they just shut down the intake. Nothing comes in at that point. So you're dealing with a huge reservoir of water that is already safe to drink. So that can last tons and tons. But what was concerning for me was like they didn't tell you what would happen if they didn't limit the damage. And like obviously you're going to run out of water, but they're not going to tell anyone, hey, we might run out of water. And that's the fact that you didn't tell them is why you have people running around buying gallons of water everywhere like a maniac. Jerry asked what made me shave. I tend to go like through this season where in the fall I just stop shaving, and I guess it starts with archery season. Like a little extra camo. When you're as white as I am, you need a little extra camo. So I just let it grow in, and then with a hat on or whatever. It's when it's hot out, and like archery can still be warm here. That's how it starts, and then it just feels warmer in winter. So I just leave it on, and then once I start seeing 70s in the forecast, and I ran out of beard oil, time to shave. So yeah, it happens every spring at some point. Let's see. Anyone have any premieres or any videos coming out they want to talk about? Feel free if you got any premieres coming up or anything going on with your channels, post it up, let us know about it, and we'll try to go check them out. I'll certainly will. I'll try to support you guys. If you're watching videos and you've got any questions on it, message. I'll try to keep up with every like notification and comment I get, but I'm not sure that I like always get all of them. Sometimes I'll go into a video and like an older video that's like 3 weeks ago, and I'll see old posts. So it kind of bothers me. Trout Owl says, I have a mentor day video coming out Thursday. Awesome. Yeah, my intent was to put out mentor day video the same day. That the reality was no way. I was fishing till dark. There's no way that was going to actually happen. We stocked all night, and I was so tired by the time I got home. Yeah, it just didn't happen. But yeah, that's cool. I think that's a good time. Trout Owl, put it out now. And people going out opening day are going to want to check it out, get a better idea. Awesome. He's going to put the link out there. I don't know if the link came up. I'll share it out. I'll share it out. Trout Owl. If I could spell, I'd find it. There you are. Dun, 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 dun. Did you put it out? Did you put it as like a premiere? Is it scheduled? I didn't see it over on your channel. Yeah, I didn't see it there. You know, it may not let you do it. Trout Owl, is it in your, like, where do I see it on your channel? I'm in the home. And I don't see it there. I thought if it was a premiere, it would show up there. Let me know. I'll try to put it up there if I can. Let's see. Who'd I miss? Who'd I miss? Wild Japan in the house. Wild Japan was doing good. Oh, wait. I'm on the wrong site. Hang on. Wild Japan was doing really good in our video, in our Sunfish King. They were closing the gap up, and I think you were doing really good on several categories, multi-species and fly fishing. Yeah. Aiden's chasing the golden trout. Short trailer. Okay. I'll look for that. I see it. I see it. Terry B, what's going on? Just sharing out Trout Owl's short. Let me see if I can put it out here. On we were talking about Mentor Day, so this is there you go. Thanks, 351. 351 just posted it. Awesome, appreciate it. So yeah, that's a short video, and I guess a trailer for an upcoming longer video that's coming out this week. So watch for that. We're going to sneak our Mentor Day right into the week 10 of the Sunfish King video. It was an awesome day. Chad, thanks for coming in. We're just about heading out. We will start doing longer lives once we get a little more daylight. And the plan is to do live fishing every Tuesday night and run the live while we're out fishing. But right now, all our local places are trout spots, and we can't trout fish till this weekend. So no point in trying. And I don't have time. I get home from work like 15 minutes before I go live. So I don't have time to drive any further than 10 minutes away. Appreciate everyone for coming in. Sorry to cut out when some guys are just rolling in here. If you have any tips or any questions or anything on fishing, we're here every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Going to make it a place that anyone can come and ask questions and hang out. So if you know anyone new to fishing, send them this way, and we'll make sure that we answer any questions that they have. That's it, man. That's it. I'm going to catch you guys all later, and we got our premiere Friday. We're going to put it out. I haven't edited it yet, but I'm always nervous when I'm going to turn the chip on, and it's not going to have any footage there. I've done that before, but we should have a video rolling out at noon on Friday, And we're going to have shorts every night this week, other than tonight. I don't like to put two things out the same day. Just one thing a day is enough of my face. So yeah, Aiden just subbed over to Trout. I think you'll like that channel, Aiden. Yeah. All right, Terry, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, everybody who watches and supports our channel. I know everybody's busy, and you guys amaze me. You're always supportive and hanging out. Super appreciative. It really makes it fun for us to do, especially Kevin loves. He gets a kick out of the comments, the people viewing it. And he's a competitive kid. So, he is just chasing down his passion right now. So I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good night and go catch some fish. Peace.